It all started for David Hasselhoff with the best name in soaps, Dr. Snapper Foster, on the soap opera The Young and the Restless. Watch this.
Listen, we're best buddies, right?
Right.
All right. Guys like that, they stick together, huh?
I still want to grow up and be a doctor like you.
That makes me real proud hearing you say something like that.
All right, are you looking right now? Are you looking at this guy? Here's the freakish thing. He hasn't changed at all. He's joining me in Hollywood for this Newsmaker interview. David Hasselhoff, his new character, Mr. Lean, has become this huge viral sensation. Hoff, great to see you.
Great to see you. I kind of agree with Bethany. If you want to sleep with me, you got to put a ring on my finger.
Yeah, it's just part of the deal. Listen, HLN just aired the Daytime Emmy Awards, David, and I spent the weekend hanging out with all the big soap stars. I had so much fun doing that. And I'm curious, since you got your start on soaps, how do you feel about what's happening right now? You know, in the genre, we have so many of these soaps that have been on for decades, and they're being canceled.
You know, it's kind of sad. I actually hosted the Daytime Emmys with my first wife years ago, and I remember meeting Alec Baldwin, and we were all on soaps back then, and Tom Selleck was on soaps. You know, the soaps are a great training ground and a great launching ground for many stars, and it's a huge job. Some of these people are walking away from work that they've done for 20 and 30 years, and they're walking away from an audience who loved them, who still loves them. Yeah. I went back to The Young and the Restless after 24 years when I was doing an episode of my only reality show called The Hasselhoffs, and I went back with my daughter, Taylor Ann, after 24 years, and it was like, wow, it was like coming home, and the same people were there, the same camera operators. I think it's sad, you know. I think that I think the whole world wants to get back to more scripted. I'm finding that with Knight Rider and Baywatch, and because people around the world are seeing it again for the first time. Wow, Baywatch, because they're getting reality thrust upon them every 5 minutes. They all of a sudden they go, God, even my kids said, Dad, Knight Rider is really cool. God, this is cool. And they're getting to see shows that have a point to them.
And I do think, look, there is room for all of them. Hopefully they will figure out a way to keep everything in existence and no more soaps have to go away. But speaking of reality, I mean, you have done it all. You were, of course, a judge on America's Got Talent. You did that for 3 whole years. Now they have the great Howard Stern as a judge. At least I think he is doing an amazing job in a role that he's perfect for. But as someone who has sat in that chair, what do you think?
I haven't seen the show. I haven't watched the show since I left. I was there for 4 years and went off to do theater and my music, and was in London when I got a call from Simon Cowell to replace him on Britain's Got Talent. So I did 1 more year in Britain, and it was a great way to see the UK. It was fantastic. But I don't know how he's doing. I don't watch the show because I'm so busy on stage, and that's one of the reasons I left. It was harder to be sitting in that chair to say no to somebody and break their heart than it is to be on stage to affect people. I'd rather be on stage, so I really don't know how he's doing. He's a good guy.
It is tough, and I've seen Howard actually have a really hard time with some of the decisions he's had to make. But let me ask you about Baywatch, the movie. Reports are swirling around that this is happening, that Justin Timberlake will star in the film. Any truth to that as far as you know, Dave?
No, I actually put in a call to Ivan Reitman, who I know, who's a fantastic filmmaker, to find out what's going on. I don't know if I'm a part of it. I don't know what they're doing with it. You know, they bought the rights and they're off developing, and I have no idea whether it's a comedy or not. The same thing with Knight Rider. The Weinstein Company has that. I'd like to find out what's going on. And hey, you know, we had 11 years, 220 episodes of Baywatch. I'm glad to see it's still around. So whoever picks it up, I hope they do it justice, you know?
Yeah, people are still looking for it. Let's take a look at a clip of something you're doing right now. It's you as Gunther Mr. Lean Hasselhoff. It's a new character that you're playing for the new Lean Pockets digital campaign. Charles, could you roll that, please?
That double bacon behemoth burger looks good.
Girl. Eat it if you want to become a big, hairy reality star, Snooper.
Huh?
Okay. Let's say you eat that monstrosity and you tries to squeeze into that swimsuit again. Whoop, eat rippish snappers at just the wrong time.
David, you got another hit on your hands, it looks like.
It's your choice. I'm just here to help. You know, the social network has become kind of huge part of my life is like, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I have a kind of a keen sense of recognizing the obvious. And obviously, it's a social network, and that's what Mr. Lean's about. You know, it reaches 3 million people with a click, and it's kind of like Saturday Night Live entertainment to sell a product, and it's a good product.
Hoff, I got to say, if you're going to go viral, that's the way to do it. David Hasselhoff, always great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Cheers.